Welcome to WP Theme Tutorial episode 65. Today we're going to look at adding a custom post type to your site and making it display as a single column. Before that, I just want to bring your attention to my new agency site, SFN Design. This has actually always been brought to you by SFN Design, which is my consulting side of my business. So if you're looking for work in e-commerce membership sites specifically, go check out sfndesign.ca. So what we have here today is a WordPress install. And it's nothing fancy. It's WordPress 3.9, and there are a few plugins installed. And there's only, I think, one plugin turned on even, which is the WPTT Form Serialize one we used a while ago. Like I said, our goal today is to create a custom post type and display as a single column. So by default, WordPress posts display in two columns. You see you have the post editor on the one side, and then on the far right, you have all the different publish buttons, the post formats. That works for most of the content you're going to do, having your taxonomies or your other things down the side, and your main body of work and your custom post meta in the main area. But not for everything. I've been working on a plugin lately that will be for commercial release that actually needs all the meta, that needs a really large meta area, and it doesn't need the kind of the post stuff off to the side. Everything is kind of done in one meta box. So we need to display in one post or in a single column. And there's no really good way to make sure you're going to do that reliably on every site unless you actually start writing some code. So what I have here in our code is we're in the plugins folder. I've created a folder called WPTT single column post type, and there's a file called WPTT single columns post type. I'm going to open that and we're going to get started. The first thing we need to do is to just start with a basic plugin. We need to register our post type. So that's what we have here. We have a single column post type plugin by WP Theme Tutorial. We create a class, one action inside to add our custom post type, and then we have our custom post type called WPTT single column. And then at the bottom we instantiate our class. If we go back to our site and we go to plugins, and so you now have a single column post type. We can turn that on, and you see we have a post type here. It's called single column. If we add new, it is double columns though. So a few things we need to look at. So first, we want it to display as a single column. Second, under our screen options, we also have the option of one column or two. We want to make sure that there is only one option for our columns, and that it displays as a single column all the time. So that means we're going to need two functions. We'll start with our two filters. And we're going to add these to the construct. So the first one we're looking at is this right here, called Get User Option Screen Layout, and it's WPTT single column. And the reason it's WPTT single column at the end there is because our registered post type name, which is the first parameter on line 50, is WPTT single column. So what that filter really looks like in the code of WordPress is something like this. That means that if you want to use this filter on another post type, you need to change the post type name at the end of the filter. And let's go back. Now, our second function here, our second action, is called the screen layout columns. And screen layout columns is an array that gives us the options for the columns that we can use under the screen options. So we'll use two functions here again. We'll add these in, and that's what's getting called by our filters. And I will indent those properly because that always bugs me. I'm going to skip the comments. They're not quite right, but that's close enough. And so what we have here now is our first one is only single column option. And in this array, we're making sure that for our custom post type, again, WPTT single columns, we're only adjusting that key in the array. The only option is 1. And then for our single column, we're returning 1. So we're telling it it can only display as a single column. Let's take a look at our site now. So we have single column, everything is in 1. And by default, the side actually comes above all the post meta below, but it comes under our post edit box. If we look here, we only have one option. that's it. We've done it. Our custom post type now displays as a single column, and there's only option of displaying it as a single column. Thanks for watching.